I was in an Uber. It was an Uber Black. I only take Uber Blacks here in Portugal. The normal Ubers are crap. So as we are, so I was dropping my daughter at her mom's brothers, like where her mom was there with her brother. So I was just dropping her on my way to somewhere else. And I'm the type of person, I'm not really surprised by events. Meaning that if I see an old lady crossing the street 2 cars before me, and I know the car before me is gonna brake, normally I'm ready to brake. But I was not driving. It was the Uber driver. And as I see the car in front of us about to stop for the lady who is already crossing the street, I wanted to tell the guy, look out. But all of a sudden the car just does like, he really like stopped violently, and it feels like the car went down like a little bit. And after that, the woman crossed the street, and then we continue. And me, I was like, damn, that was a violent break action. That was like, you didn't need to do that much. You just needed to be attentive and just stop at the right time. And the guy, so I didn't say nothing. It was okay. I mean, no harm done. Maybe he was just surprised by the car in front of him. I don't know. And then he looks at me. I mean, he's there talking to me, and he's like, damn, this car. I was like, what goes on? He said, no. I actually saw the woman, and I was already hitting the brake, but the AI of my car automatically saw that I was coming too close from the car in front of me and the woman out there, and the car decided by itself to brake like heavily to avoid an accident. I was like, oh, that was not you who just got surprised and hit the brake violently. It was like, no, me, I saw the woman and I already was braking, but the car just took over and completely like, I was like, oh, wow. And I was like, yo, they should do a system that at least it's less violent and it's more like smooth. It ends firmly, but at the same time thinking about the passengers. But it's interesting. I was like, what's the sound of this? What's this car? Like, I thought only Tesla cars did that. And it was like, no. It was an Opel, I think, or I don't remember if it was an Opel or I don't remember what car it was. But anyway, it has this automatic accident thing where if the car believes that you're in danger and that you're gonna crash on somebody, it does everything to stop by itself. I was like, wow. But then we had a long conversation, and it made me think. First of all, why don't his car do that thing smoothly? It's like, what's like, because the car just, it was like, and then it feels like the hydraulic system went down, maybe to absorb a shock or something. I don't know. But, and then after that, we continued driving normally. And I was like, first of all, I don't know about Tesla cars, but I'm sure that if it was a Tesla car, if there was this kind of detection, it would do it smoothly. It would understand how to go from, we're not going fast. We're going probably at 30 kilometers per hour. So it knows how to do that from 30 to 0, but smoothly. Like, and do like an alarm, something. But this one was so violent, I was like, bro, your car needs to be, I don't know. It seemed like the AI of your car is crazy, but So in the beginning, that was a conversation that we had. But then I start thinking, in reality, with all the accidents that are happening, because people don't know how to drive, because people don't know how to walk in, or like people on two wheels don't know how to act. Like, why do we still let people drive in a world where AIs can edit videos for you? Like, you know that all my shorts that I put on YouTube, I'll talk about it next week, but the shorts I just put on my Instagram, they were all generated automatically from, I just put the link of a YouTube video and the AI did everything, even the titles. I was like, whoa. And I'm just looking for the same thing now for bigger videos. But in a world where the AI is like taking over these type of tasks, why do, like, and I'm sure it's technologically it's not possible yet, but in reality, I believe that there's a lot of things, in my opinion, if you want to avoid accidents, right? There's a lot of things that your cars know, because every car now has a GPS inside, is localized. Every car is aware of, every new car is aware of their surroundings. So a system like that just prevents an accident automatically is amazing. But you know what would be amazing? It would be if every car could talk to the car that are not far from them and send information, so that when there's a danger, like a woman is about to cross the street, like on my episode, if the car in front detects that there's a human being that is crossing the street and decides to avoid the accident and to just peel and brake, all of a sudden, it also sends a message to the car behind it, so that the car behind it don't crash to him, and that car also start going slow, and then sends message to the one behind. Or you have a whole system telling all the cars, be careful, there's something going on here, and then they all work together to make sure that it's not dangerous for the car that is coming behind you. Because on that system, the way that car stopped abruptly, if there was another car driving even like 40 kilometers per hour behind us, he was coming to our rear. So I believe that right now, this is something that could be implemented, where when one car is in accident collision preventing mode, it should be able to also talk to the other cars. When you're in the highway and you're falling asleep, your car should be able to detect your eyes and be like, yo, this guy is falling asleep. Or know your pulse, know your breathing, everything, to know that you are falling asleep, and just take control of the wheel for you, and at least put you in the side, or take you to the next gas station automatically. These things should be automatic. Another thing that should be automatic to me, and I know that the people who drive would hate that. Why do I have a car and I can drive my car in a road, let's say the road is a maximum of 50 kilometers per hour, right? Why, if I have a big Mercedes, I can still drive that car until 250 or 280 per hour? What for? If the maximum on the streets or on the highway is 120 or 150, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. I don't drive. But why does my car drive more than the maximum? Listen, even my phone, if you turn on Waze and you're on a street, it's going to give you a little thing that tells you on this street the maximum is 45. So if Waze knows that the maximum on this street is 45, and my cars know, because when you look at your car, it tells you, hey, the maximum is here. Why do we have cars that can run at 90 on a road that is 45? If the car knows that the maximum is 45, then the car should not go over 45. That's it. And you know what? You do that, it's very simple. You have all the contravention, all the speeding tickets are gone. And you know why they don't do that? Because the speeding ticket is a lot of money. That's a lot of money from the speeding ticket. Trust me, the French government, it's like they tell you, yeah, go ahead, like find these guys, like hide. But I believe, like, listen, there's this thing about the liberty, I guess, the liberty that the humans want, and at the same time the convenience of how we're gonna do things. You see, it's a bad example, but I can take my phone, right? And from my phone, I can see if my room is too hot, and if I feel hot, I can just press a button and I can turn on any AC in my house from anywhere. And I can turn on all the ACs of my house with one button, or I can turn off all the ACs of my house with one button. And those are simple things that the world of today make possible. And all the AC units in my house, they talk together and they can, in concert, cool my house like an hour before I come. You can control them. They know the temperature of the house, they know the air quality of the house, and they know when they need to be cleaned up, all that stuff. Because all these machines have a limited sets of intelligent sensors, giving them an awareness, you can call this, it's for machines for now, of their surroundings. So my AC knows exactly what's the temperature in my room, so it can turn off and turn on to keep the temperature at the temperature, to keep the room at the temperature that I want. And when I was talking to this guy, and I was like telling him, yeah, I'm sorry to tell you, but in the end, there will be no Uber drivers anyway. All these cars will drive themselves, and when you get in, you will have your favorite music, your favorite TV shows, and they will use the real estate to either put more passengers in a car or to put a big screen and you can just watch a movie while you're in your car. And if all the cars are auto connected and they are all connected to a big network, then there's no more traffic jam, because everything is fluid, because the whole thing is controlled by itself. And of course, then it opens you to other conversation, which is, what if somebody hacks the system and then there's like thousands of accidents and stuff? But that's it. That's another conversation. But listen, I was there thinking to myself, like, some basic stuff. They always cry about accident. We even had an accident yesterday from somebody on an Uber that I think they came out the road and a car went into them, and like these type of things. If you have a car that has an accident somewhere, like even if it's, I don't know, 2 kilometers ahead of you, if the system tells all the car that there's an accident and all the cars automatically slow down, you don't imagine the number of accidents that you would save. If all the cars, wherever they are, if there's a speed limit somewhere, the car automatically cannot drive faster than the speed limit. You solve a lot of problems. A lot of them. And you're in front of a school. Speed limit now is only 25 per hour. We don't care if you're in a hurry, but in this area, that's the limit. Other areas, maybe there's no limit. Maybe the limit is way higher. But listen, but to me, I don't see why all these cars don't have that. All cars should have a smooth anti-collision system. They should all be able to park themselves, all of them. They should all have automatic especially for only, of course, if you're in ambulance, you don't have that. If you are, or maybe you can turn it off when you turn on the gyro. Same for police. But you should have this possibility, in my opinion, in the world of today, to let go the idea that you have to drive, that you have to touch do this in a safe space, like a racetrack, but in society around the rest of the people. You don't need to know what an embrayage is. You don't need to listen. Just tell the car where you want to go. Yeah, that's my opinion. Other people will think that no, having a car, it comes with the whole thing. Listen, I see way too many people that driving makes them aggressive, or just puts out the aggressiveness in them, women and men.